Appreciate you guys for being here. And again, this will all be recorded. So today, guys, what I wanted to share, I wanted to do a training on how to get, I like to call it viral, how to use ChatGPT to get viral hooks and viral stop the scroll. I need somebody to, I know she's not on here either. Don't worry about it. I guess I have to do it myself. I was gonna make somebody co-host and let people in. But um, but I'm gonna show you guys how to use ChatGPT to create viral caption hooks. Do you guys know what the caption hooks are? So just in case you do not know what the caption hooks are, I'm gonna show you real quick. So give me a second. Let me try to let me just try to pull something up. I'm gonna show you what you guys know what they are. You just probably didn't you probably don't know that that's what they're called, but you know what they are. Okay, so give me a second. Okay, hold up, because I'm like the worst when it comes to this stuff. Okay, so you guys see my page, right? Can y'all see my TikTok page?
Yes.
Okay, so hold up. Can you see these things in the yellow? You see these yellow things right here on the cover? These are called your caption hooks. So when people come to your page, like this one says, "Does this sound like you?" The beauty of the thing of the caption hooks, guys. So when you're getting ready to edit your videos, I mean after not edit them, but after you done edit them and you're getting ready to post it, right before you post it, you hit next and it goes like up in a corner and you got out to the side it says edit cover, right? Or and then you can write your description on the video. So if you click on that edit cover on your phone, that's going to show you on the bottom all these TikTok designs. I like to use yellow because it's bright. So you can create what I like to call a caption, a cover hook. Because what a cover hook does is when they come to your page, when people come to your page, right, they'll see all your videos and they'll see all these yellow things on them, like, hey, does this sound like you? Three things you can currently have that can make 30K in the next 33 months. Guys, that's a hook. This is going to make them want to watch those videos because it has piqued interest. And the goal is to pique interest. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys within the last 3 months, all of my hooks have come from ChatGPT. That's what I've done. And I'm gonna show you guys how I get mine, right? Now I got a whole bunch of them in there too, but I'm talking about the cover hooks, right? Which the regular hooks as well. So let me share my screen. I'm trying to see who's on here. Anybody feel like they can co-host for me and let people in that keeps coming in? Anybody want to do that? Well, I don't even, I have a hard time. I see you. I'm just gonna I'm gonna make you okay.
I can do it for you.
Okay, appreciate you. So I just made you call. So when people come in, just let them in if you don't mind.
That's okay.
Okay, so let me pull up. So let me go to the chat. Let me go to my chat GPT. Let me see where I put this at. Oh God, I'm just crazy. Okay, give me a second, guys. Oh, okay. Because when I tell you I'm not the most tech guy, hey, I'm not lying. I'm not lying. Okay, so right here. Okay, so here's the Chat GPT right here. So it's free on your phone, like whatever however you want to do it. Guys, use it on my phone. I'm on my laptop just for the training. So I pull up. Now this is the easiest way that I found, and I got this from Michelle back here months ago. She don't realize this, but she gave this to me. She was talking about this in a training about 5 months ago. So with ChatGPT, you can just talk to ChatGPT like you're talking to your best friend, your kids, your spouse, whatever. It's AI, guys, so they can do whatever they want. So this is how I get mine. So once I realize what I want to talk about, now I wrote this and I kind of went kind of a little bit in depth. right? But typically it don't take this long. But I'm gonna show you how to do it. So I always say, I'll hit the button. You can do it on your phone. I'll say, I'm a business owner. Create me 3 viral stop the scroll titles, hooks, and short scripts. First of all, that's how I get them, guys. I let them know I'm a business owner or a content creator. I just like to say business owner. And I say, create me 3 viral because we want our videos to go viral, right? So create me 3 viral, stop the scroll. That's the whole point. Stop the scroll titles, hooks, and short scripts. So they can write you the title. What we're gonna do with the title, guys, you see where I said the cover caption, that's where the title is gonna go,
Okay.
right? And then of course the hook is gonna be like what you can say right out the gate. And then of course, whatever you want to talk about. So prime example,
I
I
get
say,
it. I get it.
Okay.
hey guys, mute yourselves if you don't mind. I said, so I'm a business owner. Create me 3 viral stop the scroll titles, hooks, and short scripts that I can use to create 3 short form TikTok videos, letting my audience know, because this is for them, letting my audience know how I used to dread waking up, going to a job that I didn't like, working 12 hours a day, 6, 7 days a week as a welder in a hot 100-degree factory. I stayed stressed out, living paycheck to paycheck. Like I'm just gonna read all the way down it, right? So this is stuff that I've said, right? This is my story pretty much in a nutshell. Like I'm putting those key uh pain points in there because I want AI to get that, right? And so I said after getting blah blah blah, and then I said, I tried everything, but nothing worked for me. I said, I'm letting them know, until I discovered digital marketing in January of 24 and found this blueprint where I've been able to build an online business, boom, 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 right? I said, guys, I'm going to tell you something you always want to say when you use ChatGPT. If you're going to do this, always say, focus on the pain points. That's the whole key. That's where the relatable content comes in at, because that's what they're experiencing right now. Focus on the pain points. What did I say right here? Let me scrub it down. I said focus on the pain points of going to a job day after day, month after month, year after year, that you're still going to be struggling and broke after you get paid. So I went ahead and typed that in, right? So this is what it popped up. It'll let you know here. Absolutely. Here's 3 scroll stopping short form video scripts designed to hit hard on the struggles of working a job you hate and the freedom you found in digital marketing. Okay, so right here, this one says video one. Okay, so this one says from paycheck to freedom. Now, what you can do, these are where it says video one at, guys. This is pretty much a lot of times what I put on as the cover hook. Also, sometimes depending where it has a title, sometimes I'll take that title right there and put that as the cover hook, right? Because if I come to your phone, if I come to your page and I'm looking on your page and I see in yellow or something that says I got paid every week and still broke every single time, or I seen something that says from paycheck to freedom, whatever it may be, it's going to be something that's going to pique my interest. And you can always change these around, right? So again, the video hook or the text. Now on my laptop, it shows a little different than on my phone, right? But a lot of time the video, it'll say, I typically use the video right there, and I put that when I'm doing my videos for the cover. You can do the yellow, you can do they've got all different designs, guys. But you want to make sure that you have a cover hook. You don't just want to just have something on there to say, hey, make money from home. No, you want to take something that's going to like pique interest, that's going to poise curiosity, so that when they come to your page, they're gonna be like, oh shoot, man, let me check this out, man. What is this? They're gonna want to click on that video. That's just gonna bring more exposure to you. They get to see you as a person. That's going to just build your brand. That's going to build your business. It's going to allow you eventually pique curiosity. Once you get to some program, they're going to hear your story. They're going to be interested. They're going to eventually ask you for information, or they're just going to go up to your website and click on your link. I don't know who that is, but I've gotta give me a second, guys. Oh shoot. I don't know who that was. All right, let me get back to it. Oh shoot. Hold up. See, when I tell y'all I'm not the techiest guy. I think I was
I
right.
have muted them for you.
Oh shoot, hold up. Let me get up out of there. Let me redo this, guys. Okay. Can y'all see this? Okay, cool, cool. Okay. So again, this is how I get the caption hook, guys, right? So all my and the caption is just when they come to your page, that you want to have something on your cover, like I just showed you guys of mine right here.
Changes it for TikTok because there is one.
Yes, you want to make sure that you got something on, and I'm gonna show you what I mean by creating using it, and you can switch it around, you can kind of figure it out, or you can use the one that ChatGPT use. I typically use the one that ChatGPT use like 95% of the time. Then sometimes I'll just kind of twist it a little bit. So right here, prime example. This one says, um, that one says, would $900 change your life? Right? This one right here says, three things I wish I'd known before starting an online business. You're piquing interest. So what they're going to be thinking is like, what three things he's talking about? Or this one says, the one thing no one is telling you in 2025. You know, what one thing? What it's all about piquing interest. This is when they ain't even watched your videos yet. This is what they're gonna see when they on their phones and they pull up your TikTok, right? So they're gonna see all of these hooks, and it's the hooks you want them to have curiosity. And this is how I get mine from ChatGPT. So I'll typically take those. Now let's say the hook right here. So this is a really good hook. So right out the gate it says, if payday never feels like a blessing, then this is for you. That is a good hook, guys. That's a great hook. It's gonna make people want to just they're gonna see what you have. They're just curious, and you only got 3 seconds, right? So you can change that hook around, or you can use that hook. That's a good hook, right? And then of course the scripts right there. So here's the short script on mine, right? It says it says I love how they even give you like a view. It says shot of you staring at a paycheck or looking stressed at a desk, and you can add pictures in your videos that have somebody looking at their paycheck or looking at the clock or whatever it may be. It's just going to help build the curiosity in your video. This one says, hey, 12 hour shift, 6 7 days a week in a 100-degree factory, and still I was behind on my bills every single month. That's a hell of a script right out the gate. No time for my kids, all these pain points. No energy for life. I was a welder just working myself into the ground just to stay broke. Then I got fired. I lost everything. Slept in my car, ended up in a homeless shelter. But I made a decision. I wasn't built for the 9 to 5. Boom. And so like I'm taking them on a journey, guys. You're painting a picture, right? But the thing about it is that you got them, first of all, with the hook. If payday never feels like a blessing, then this video is for you. They're going to watch that video. They're going to watch that video. So that's how I get my hooks, right? So let's go down to this next one right here. So this one says, right here, this one says, you deserve more than just survival, right? Now, I went more in depth when I wrote this. Now, if I'm on my phone, I'll spit out something for 30 seconds and it just comes up with great hooks and great and you can always change this, guys. So a lot of time I'll so that video hook right here says you deserve more than just survival. So this title, right? The title says this job was still in my life. That's a great cover hook. This job was still in my life. Well, they're gonna know what job was still in your life. Also, in your caption hooks, right? You're gonna hear me always talking about hooks. The captions. So when you plan a video, you want to make sure that you either got a caption at the top and wording, and you got your captions on at the bottom. So let's say somebody's watching your video and they're at work and they can't get on their phone. Well, if you're just talking and they don't have no captions, they don't know what you're saying. So you want to at least have the caption on. But the caption hook at the top, I know you got, but I'm just gonna assume you guys don't know what I'm talking about, just for the sake of the video. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys do, but for the sake of this video, I'm gonna show you just to prove that I'm just gonna assume that you don't. So let's say, if you want to make, so this right here, this is what I call a caption hook on this video. Right here, it says how I'm helping moms and dads have 10K months doing this. Doing what? That's the first thing they're gonna think about. Doing what? So you're just piquing interest, right? And so while you're doing while the video is playing, make 10K in the month of April. Not only do they get to watch the caption, but they're constantly always going to be looking at that image at the top. How I'm helping moms and dads make 10K a month. Doing what? They want to know. Because you done caught them with that caption hook, you done caught them with the hook, and they're going to watch the video because you're taking them on a journey, right? And again, you want to make sure that you got these in all of your videos, whether they're at the top or the bottom. Wasn't expecting. This one says, let me tell you a secret most people don't know. That's a caption hook. Because when they watch that, that's the first thing they're going to see, and then they're going to listen to you because they want to know what this secret is. Curiosity. That's how they're going to ask you for information, because eventually you're going to lead them into the story, talking about the program, the CTA. Boom, guys. Right? So again, so this one right here, I don't know why that's on there. What is that? I don't know why that's. Can y'all see that yellow mark, or is that me? What the heck is that? I have no idea how that got on there. Give me a second. Okay. Is it off? Is it off? Can y'all see that? Okay, cool. So right here. So this one says, this job was still in my life. This would be like a hook that you would put on your cover, right? So right before you post your video, you will put that on the cover, edit it, and you put that in there. Or you could use something like this. And then, of course, there's your hook right there. And then, of course, again, it just gives you the whole script.
Daryl, we can't see your screen.
Okay, appreciate you. I'm glad somebody said something. Appreciate y'all. All right, give me a second. Okay, let me pull this up. Let me see where I'm at.
I didn't see the yellow mark either, though. So
Okay.
I haven't either.
we got it now. We can see it now.
Okay, y'all can see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, so again, guys, this is just as far as like the script, once you can tell it anything. I could have said, hey, create me 3 viral stop the scroll titles, hooks, and short scripts of how I used to dread waking up on Mondays, having to go to work, knowing I was still going to be broken behind on all my bills once I get paid on Friday. Focus on the pain points of having to work a dead-end job where you're still stressed out, living paycheck to paycheck, and struggling to make ends meet. And let them know how I started an online business in digital marketing, following a blueprint, working 2 hours a day that has now allowed me to build an online business. Throw in a CTA, like something like that. It doesn't have to be, they'll put it together. It's AI, guys. And I'm talking about it'll be 10 times better than what you could do it. And it'll give you an idea, like a base that you can use that script, but you can make it your own because you want it to be authentic in your verbiage and in your tonality and just being who you are, right? You don't want to sound like a robot. You just want to speak from the heart. Like just speak from the heart, right? But this is how you do it. It doesn't matter what your story is, guys. How you can get the cover hook and and a lot of times the caption hook as well. Right? As far as like the caption in your videos, I'll say something, I'll be like, hey, until I found this, or doing this, or whatever. Because when you say words like that, they're curious, they're nosy. They want to know what this is, right? But to do it, this is what I do it. I go to ChatGPT, I say, hey, create me, because you're doing 3 videos. Create me, and you know what you can do also. I'm gonna show you something else you can do. So this one right here says, what changed my life forever. So this is video 3. The title, it says, I was broke, homeless, and helpless until this changed everything. This is the perfect caption hook. Not only right here, this is a perfect caption hook that I could use in my video. But not only that, I could use, not caption, but cover hook. But not only that, I could use this same thing in my caption at the top in red or white or whatever. I was broke, homeless, and hopeless until this changed everything. They're going to watch that video. They're going to watch that video, right? And then the hook. I didn't want to make millions. I just wanted my life back. That's a hell of a hook. That's a hell of a hook, right? And then it just gives you it gives you a story. Now let's say now I only did three. You can also I could type in say I could do something that says, "Hey, create me, three more just like this," right? And I'm gonna say show empathy and just hit it. And it's when you say empathy, that means you're going to connect with them more on an emotional, and everything is about emotion. Emotion is what makes people move. Emotion is what's going to make them ask for information because it's like they're reliving these experiences over in their life, right? They're not verbally out here praising, "Oh, I'm struggling." No, they are, but internally they are, and they're looking for answers, right? So when you say that, and you can switch this around. So this says, I know that feeling. It says, I know what it feels like to work hard and still feel like a failure. Man, that could be not that's a hook too. I know what it feels like to work hard and still feel like a failure. That's a good hook, but it's got as the title. A lot of time on these, the titles or the video, I use them as my caption hook, right? Because it's going to make them want to stop and watch. It's going to make them watch your video. Now the hook says, "Have you ever worked yourself to the bone and still couldn't catch a break?" Questions are the greatest hooks. There are no better hooks than questions because it allows the mind, it makes the mind stop and just have to think and process it. And that's what you want. You want them thinking. You want them getting in their feelings. I know that sounds bad, but that's facts, guys. You want them, it's an emotion, right? And then of course it just gives you the script. Let me see. Then give you a call to action too. So this one says, "This wasn't the life I dreamed of," right? That's a great cover hook. This wasn't the life I dreamed of. It's piquing curiosity. Like what wasn't the life? That's what they're thinking. What wasn't the life? So if they're on your page and they see that in yellow or whatever, they're going to want to click on that video. They're curious, they're nosy, right? And then this says, "I looked in the mirror one day and I didn't recognize myself." Well, that can be a cover hook too as well. But that also can be a hook as well. I looked in the mirror one day and I didn't even recognize myself. And you can also put that in the caption. Now, of course, the hook says, "This wasn't the life I dreamed of when I was a kid." That's a hell of a hook. That's a good hook, right? Once you understand that the hook is designed to just stop them. It's just designed to stop them because they're nosy, they're curious. And that's what the hooks do. Now you can always change this off, guys. And a lot of time how I come up with my hooks, I tell myself this. I said, "Daryl, if you heard this, if you were just scrolling and you saw this caption, or you heard somebody say this, would you watch that? Would you click on that and watch that video?" That's how I create my hooks. I put in my mind, okay, if I heard this, would I stop at that? Yes. And I tell myself, if I'm gonna stop at it and I can be nosy, then I know they'll stop at it. That's just my mindset, right? And so a lot of time I just come up with my own hooks because I know what I kind of look at it like, have you ever been driving or walking or riding or whatever, and you saw something, but you didn't think you was like, hold up, did I see what I thought I saw? And you had to do a double take, right? Yeah, that's how your hook wants to be. Your hook has to grab them just like that, right? Kind of reminds me when I first took my wife to Lenox Mall in Atlanta, right? And I don't know if any of you have ever been in Lenox Mall in Atlanta, but it's not the average mall. Like, it's totally different, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Like she was just like, "Oh my God, yeah, that's the kind of hook you want." That where they like, "Hold up, did I see what I thought I saw?" Right? Because you want them to stop and watch the video, right? But again, guys, simple, really simple. ChatGPT, create me 3 viral stop the scroll titles and hooks, right? Another thing that you can do, you can write in you can go to ChatGPT and just tell them your story. Just whatever your story is, tell it to ChatGPT. And then after you tell it, you can say, "Hey, ChatGPT, this is my story. right? You can type in and say, ChatGPT, this is my story. And then hit enter. And then they'll say, okay, what is your story? And then you just tell them. So then you can be like, hey, create me 3 viral stop the scroll titles, hooks, and short scripts that I can use to let my audience know, I was working 12 hours a day as a nurse, or it could be anything. But always in there, guys, always say focus on the pain points because you always want to be sharing pain points with ChatGPT because nobody can make content like ChatGPT when it comes to the pain point. It's just how they do the verbiage is amazing, right? So you just want to focus on that. But this is the best way, guys, to get the cover hooks and the caption hooks. And again, I'm gonna use some of mine and show you guys real quick, right? So, prime example, this one right here just says generate 10K this month with this simple side gig. The first thing they're thinking is what side gig? This one says the simple 10K in 30-day side hustle. What side hustle, right? This one, are you wasting years working a dead-end job? Do you feel like you're stuck in a web right now? You thought you'd be farther by now, right? I mean, you're just opening their imagination. And again, this is just the cover hook when they come in it. Now, the thing that's going to help you tremendously, guys, is the caption hook, right? Prime example. So this is who I was. The caption hook. They fired me, so I did this. Y'all see what I'm saying? Like they fired me, so I did it. So I did what? That's what they're thinking. What did I do? What I did what? This is just 58 seconds long, right? And you can see right here, I'm showing videos, right? Before I built a multiple, and I'm just kind of just talking or whatever. And I got, you probably can't see it, but I got the description, not the description, but the other part down on the bottom, and you can switch them out. I just like mine at the top, right? And another thing, like depending on how your video looks, whether you're outside or in the car, you just want to make sure that it's bright or that it's noticeable so that they can see it. You don't want to have on all black and the interior of your car black, and then that right there, your caption is black, so it has to stand out. So again, you want to be saying something that can pique their interest. Like, hold up, what is it? What are you talking about? So be honest. Aren't you tired? Aren't you tired of this? Tired of what? Like what? Are tired of what? Right? So again, guys, imagine making. I used to work months for this. Now it takes days. Like what are you talking about? What months for what? It's always the curiosity, and curiosity pays in the online space, guys. I've said this 1,000 times. Our number one goal, right? Our number one goal is not to sell them. Our number one goal is to just get them to ask us for information or info or details. We just want them to answer the CTA. That is it. If you get the CTA, the automations will take care of everything else. And then, of course, you want to continue to be following up with them, sending out newsletters and emails, building relationships as you continue to go live. All that stuff will all come together for you. But this is how guys, this is how I do my hooks. This is the best way to get cover hooks, caption hooks. You can pick and choose. Even inside the classroom, I think I've got like 300 hooks I've uploaded in like the last 3 days or something like that. Some of those I've even used in my captions because they just stand out so much, and they're going to make people want to watch that video, right? So you just got to ask yourself, if you heard this, if you're watching the video and you saw this, would you watch this? Would you click on it, right? But that's the best way, guys. If you aren't using ChatGPT, I would encourage you to. It's a game changer. But you just want to make sure, again, when they give you the scripts are amazing. You just want to make sure that you're using it from the heart. This is the thing. You just want to be speaking from the heart, like as if you got caught up. Like, let's say like you had a $900 commission that just came in, and it's your first commission. And you're like, man, I got to go live. I got to share people how I feel. Like, you're so in your feelings, right? You're so emotional. That's how you want to be. Because when you're talking, there is no script. There is no teleprompter. It's just from the heart. You're just speaking off of just vibe. And that's how you want it. So I always like to say that we all know our story. And the thing about it is, I think a lot of time we struggle with our content because we, it's like we, even though when we doing our videos, we're at home and there is no TikTok, it's just us and the camera. But a lot of time when we hit that, when we hit we turn it on, it's like our mind goes blank. And when we're doing a video, it don't even sound like us because it's not us. It's like you're talking like a robot, like your AI. It's not you. You have to talk like you're talking to your children or your spouse or a good friend of yours, or you're out on the town enjoying yourself. That's your tonality. That is your, when you do that, because guys, you got to understand, you already know what you've experienced in life. You already know why you purchased. You already know what you were dealing with, what the things you didn't like. Those are the things you want to be talking about and sharing in a lot of your videos. But they should just commonly just be on the top of your head because you've experienced those things. I don't have to practice that I work 12 hours a day and I never saw my kids except for on the weekends and I stayed broke and struggling. That's what happened while I was welding. I don't even have to practice that. That just comes natural because I experience it almost every week. Right? So whatever, that's the reason why I joined the program, because I got fired from a job that I gave everything to and I didn't want to work another job and I got tired of working long hours. Right? I wanted to find something that I could spend more time with my family and make more money. That's why I came online. Right? I wanted to control my own income. Right? And so all those pain points are just experiences that I dealt with. And those are the experiences. That's why I joined. Why you joined is the reason, are those the things that you didn't like? There's things that you were dealing with in your life at your job or whatever was going on that made you say, look, man, this ain't working. I got to find something else. Like, that's what you want to be sharing. They need to hear that. Your audience, they need to hear those things. You know why? Because they're experiencing those things right now. And unfortunately, they think they're the only people who's dealing with those. 8.5 billion people in the world. They think they're the only people who get paid on Friday and broke on Friday, or get paid on Friday and broke on Sunday. They don't think nobody else because they're in their mind. They just think, oh, it's just me. It's the world. Nobody cares, right? Not knowing that you've experienced that too. So when they hear you say it, they're going to be like, oh, shoot, I can relate to Craig. I can relate to Roland. I can relate to Renee. Yeah, I am too. Yes. Oh, man, I can relate to John, right? They're going to, and then you get to some program. And guys, they may not they may not ask you for information on the first video. But I tell you what, if they're on your TikTok, and they're watching your TikTok and you got these nice caption hooks that's irresistible, they're just nosy, they just got to keep on watching them. They watch 2 or 3 of those, they're going to ask you for information. They're going to ask you for information. They're either going to send you a message on TikTok or they're going to click on the link in your bio, right? So that's how I get my captions, guys. That's a great way to get your captions. Again, just, hey, create me 3 viral, stop the scroll, titles, hooks. And if you want to use the scripts, you can say short scripts, guys. And then once you read the script, then you can just verbalize it and put it in your own verbiage. Right? But if you have a TikTok, you want to have a caption hook, right? That means that when they come to your page, there should be some type of lettering, and in your videos, there should be a caption. It should never just be you talking and there's no type of context. There's nothing. And also, you don't want the wording where you haven't went in and edited and adjusted and made it fit the screen and it's like hanging off the screen. It just looks tacky and it doesn't, to your audience, it looks tacky. And believe it or not, that affects your personal brand, right? Your personal brand is in the online space is how your audience perceives you. That's very important. Because if you seem tacky to them, they'll never buy from you. They don't trust you. It affects everything. It damages everything. So you want to make sure everything is in line, right? And just speak from the heart. But yeah, guys, that is how I get that's how you're able to get the captions. And I'm gonna tell you this. I'll say this. A lot of these captions I put in the content vault that I've had like videos go viral from. I think I uploaded like 80 hooks. I've had like 22 videos go 22 videos go viral, right? And a lot of those hooks is all about just captioning them. Like they're stuck once they get like the hook that's why the hook is the most important thing. And you only got 3 seconds. You have to catch them with the hook. There's 3 hooks, guys, in the video. I know we've been taught that there's only one hook. That's the what you say. No, that's a hook too. The cover hook is important, right? The caption hook, whether you have it at the top, at the bottom, that's very important. It has to be something to pique curiosity to what is that? Like what? This, I was struggling until I found this. I was living paycheck to paycheck until I found this. Until you found what? Until you found what? Because they live in paycheck to paycheck. They want to know what you found, right? So again, guys, it's not a long training. Again, I just want you guys to know that ChatGPT is the game changer when it comes to content. You can go on all day. You can be like, hey, create me 25 of them. Hey, show empathy and compassion. Put a little emotion in. You can type whatever you want. You can be like, hey, be mean with it. Don't do that. But I'm just saying, you can say whatever you want. It's going to do it, guys. And it's AI. Like it's way ahead of our time. All right, so I'm going to answer any questions, guys. Anybody have any questions? Just kind of just raise your hand. Let me see. I'm going to. All right, John.
Hi there, Darryl. Thank you for that teaching lesson. Blessings to you. I'll just come back to what you said earlier because the caption hook about putting a title page or whatever. Can you just explain the process that you go through when you're ready to post on your TikTok screen? What does it tell you?
Okay, so
Top
let me.
right-hand corner, you said, didn't you?
Okay, so I'm gonna show you how it goes. So it's really simple. Okay, so let's say I'm gonna grab a picture or a video, right? So let's say I grab this video. So once you grab the video, once you done the video, you're gonna click on it. It's gonna say next. Mine, I have an iPhone 15, so it says auto cut. I guess that's for some type of editing or whatever. So I just hit next. So once I done it, I click it. I'm in my having a brain fart. I'm in my TikTok, so I hit next. So when I hit next, now the little words and all the symbols on the side, they line up. So that's just where you get to edit. So when I first hit mine, I hit the down button and then I hit the caption. The caption is what that does. That's going to allow the video to populate all your, the AI, is analyzing your tone, your words, right? What I recommend is when it does that, guys, go in and proofread that. Make sure that the words are spelled right. You ain't got to put all the exclamations and all that other stuff. I do it sometime, but it don't matter, right? But you just want to make sure that the words are spelled right. It's been times where I didn't correct it and I wanted to say no tech skills and it says no tech skills, like TEXT, like you're texting, like, and I'm thinking like, oh my God, right? So, but you want to just make sure that's right. Then you want to make sure that it fits your screen good, right? And it just depends on if you're someone who's adding pictures or a video in there or whatever. But this is all proofreading. So once you do that, then you'll see on the screen where it says text, TEXT. It's got the big capital A and the lowercase a. Right there, you click on that, then that's where you write your caption hook. It could be anything. It could be like this video right here. Actually, it's an old video. I put this one says, after quitting my job, this happened. That was my caption hook. And I got happened in all capital letters. They're going to be like, what happened? That's the whole point. What happened? And I got it in red, bright at the top. They can't miss it, right? So I'm talking it. And then I got my hook where I'm talking, where I'm catching them right out the gate, hey, boom, whatever. So, and then after you do that, then once you done all your editing, you done did your caption hook, you done got your captions, you done got them fitting your screen, and then you hit next. Well, when you hit next, I don't know why I said it goes up into like the corner of your phone. And instead of edit cover being off to the side, it's actually right on the picture. And then of course, out to the left, you got where it says, you see the big space where it says add description. So to edit the cover, you would click on edit cover. Up under the bottom, it says standard, vector, glitch, tint. It's all these TikTok designs. You just click the one that you best like. I like the yellow one because it's bright. And maybe it's because I'm dark too. So the yellow kind of stands out. I don't know. But I just love the yellow. So when they come to my page, so what I do, I'm going to click on that yellow and it's going to say enter text. Then I can write my caption hook, right? I can write whatever I want there. And then I can, once I write it, I can take my fingers and adjust it, squeeze it in, squeeze it out, turn it left, turn it right, however you want to. And then once it's good to go, then you just click you click save in the top. Well, yeah, you click save. And then now, only thing you got to do is add your description. Now, what I encourage you guys, I wouldn't be writing like a whole paragraph in the ad description. If you can, I keep it to like 7 words or less. Because see, when they watching your video, they can see your description right there. And if you can just keep it in 1 sentence, they're more prone to read it all, guys. And I try to catch them. I try to say something that I even try to make the description a hook, right? A lot of time, if I'm using whatever, if whatever I'm using in my caption hook, my cover hook, I'll add that in my description. Because guess what? They're watching it, and because when they're watching your video, they see the description. They're gonna see the description. If it sounds interesting, guys, they're gonna watch that video. They're nosy. We want them nosy. I'm glad they're nosy. That's what they want, right? So, and then after that, and then of course you put your hashtags, right? You want to get like 5 or 6 good hashtags, guys. 5 or 6 good hashtags. And I'm gonna tell you what I recommend you guys doing. Don't switch your hashtags every day. Test them out. Keep them for like 10 days on all your videos. That's 30 videos for 10 days. I'm telling you, what you're gonna do is the algorithm. You're programming the algorithm to know exactly where to send those videos. It ain't like where they put it, like if you do a regular video, TikTok throws it out to like 200 people. And the algorithm is praying that you get engagement. And if you don't get engagement, that's why you're stuck in the 200s, because nobody's engaging. You haven't piqued no interest. They're just like, oh, okay. And then it's going to keep on scrolling. But if it's got a good caption hook, if your hook's good and you catch them, you got pain points in there that they can relate to, and it's not too long, like 2 minutes and 30 seconds or some crazy thing like that, they're going to ask for information. Or they're going to start engaging, and then that's when TikTok is going to keep on pushing it out, and they're going to start saving, liking, sharing, and that's what you want. That's when you start getting more. That's when you start getting more views. You start getting more people asking for information. That's how you go viral. All of that stuff. The thing about viral, you never know when you're going to go viral. It's just crazy, right? But you never know. But you do those hashtags. Then of course you can add your location if you want. If you don't, and then of course you just hit that little button at the top, at the bottom where it says I accept the music usage confirmation, and then you can put it in your draft and post it at a later time, or you can hit post. Now, what I recommend is before you post it, is to click the preview and watch it. I just recommend that. I've learned how to do that because it's been times I was like, yeah, I've had a finger pointing at something, and I meant to post the photo right there, and it wasn't none there. Right. So I'm thinking like, okay, yeah, I look really stupid. But guess what? Your audience don't care about none of that stuff, guys. That lets you're letting your audience know that you're human. Right. That's all you're doing. So, but that's how you do that. Where is he at? John.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Okay, Charlene.
Well, you kind of just answered my question about the hashtags. I've kind of been letting ChatGPT do those for me as well as the SEO. So that was mainly my
Yeah,
question.
you
So
can you,
I'll
you
just
can do
try.
that. I just like to I try to think of when I'm doing my hashtags, I'm trying to think of like, okay, who do I need to see this? Because you have an
Mhm.
audience. You got to ask yourself, who is my audience? Who am I trying to get my content in front of? Because your content isn't for everybody. You have a specific audience and you just want to dial in on that specific audience. You don't care about nothing else. Those are the people you want to speak to. It'd be like prime example. If like I used to sell, I don't know if you guys remember, some of you guys probably remember this. A long time ago, I used to sell Kirby vacuum cleaners. I must have been like 21 years old. I was a house to house salesman, and I'd get in there and get in brand new people's brand new homes, and they pay $1,700 for these things. This is like in 1998, 99. Like I'm thinking like, here I am. I got a job making $5.15 an hour, and these people are paying $1,700 for a vacuum cleaner, which is crazy. But you want as a vacuum cleaner, person selling vacuum cleaners, well, I wouldn't be going to Verizon trying to sell vacuum cleaners. That's not my audience. My audience is people who are interested in, deep cleaning or some type of anything to do with the vacuum, right? That's a specific audience. So your content, your message that you got to realize, first of all, you got to say who is your message for? Who are you trying to talk to? Who are the people that need to hear what you got to say? That's your specific audience. You just want to zone in on that audience and just get bored creating content for that audience, because that's how you can go viral, because you're only going to attract those people. And it's millions of them. It's millions of them. It's just all about how the algorithm can hit you at one certain time, and boom, next thing you know, your content is out there. So I try to find like 6 of them, and I do a lot of testing. And if I find, and then I'll go back and look at some of my old videos that got like a lot of views, right? Or even, and a lot of comments. I'll use those hashtags, and I'll redo it all over again, right? Because I want that's the type of people I want it out to them. But you can still use ChatGPT to do it as well. I'm always just trying to narrow it down to about 6, right? So,
Thank you.
okay. I don't even know how to pronounce her name. Aloisum. I know I killed that. Forgive me.
That's okay. Thank you so much, Dada, for this. So I joined in between. I wasn't sure of the prompt you actually put in before ChatGPT started giving you all that you should. But the clarification I need now is I just learned about the caption hook, the cover hook. Now, my question is, I know how to put the caption and the cover hook from your explanation, but the first thing that comes out of your mouth, is it also the caption hook? Or
No.
you just go straight to the story and you don't care
No,
about
you just
it
what
anymore?
you want. Well, I tell you, well, sometimes the caption hook can be a hook straight out your mouth. It really just depends. But again, like the hook really has a lot to do with whatever your message is for that day. Like, what are you talking about? Also, again, in the community, in the content vault in the classroom, it's like 300 of them. It's a whole bunch of them, and you can just go through there and you can make a video starting off with one of those words or one of those little things, right? So you can be like, okay, because I did my 3 videos I made yesterday. I just went into the content vault, and I scrolled up like, okay, I'm gonna make one with that one, and I started the video off just like with those words, right? Because um those are all hooks that I've used that has gotten me hundreds of thousands of views on videos, 10, 50,000, a million views, whatever it may be. I know they stop the scroll. And so that's why I put them back there, because it's going to stop that scroll. Then you can go off into whatever it is that you want to be talking about, because you already got their attention for those 3 seconds. And if your story is something that piques their interest, if they can see something relatable in there that they can connect with, then once you use the hook, they're going to ask you for information. Or they may watch 2 or 3 more of your 2, 3 of your videos. They may just go straight to your website, right? It just depends. But again, the hook is the most important. It's just that when you got those extra hooks on there, like that cover hook, like if they're just come to your page, they see that. And then in your video, you got the caption hook. Instead of just writing like a regular caption, like make money online, I wouldn't even put that as a caption, because they're gonna be like, oh shit, I can go to YouTube and find this out. They don't care about that. You want to make sure there's something on there. And if it is something that says make money online, make it say something like, you know, generate 5 to 10K, doing this, or, earn 900 a day, working 2 hours a day, whatever. It could be there has to be some type of verbiage, something that's going to, it has some type of emotion to them. Like that, anytime they see something, it could be excitement. It could be something that triggers them, right? Because they're struggling. So anything that you put, anything money, you just want to make sure there's an additive at the end, like doing this, I think I did one that said from 12 hours a day to $900 a day doing this. And there's 5,000 views on that thing. So yeah, like that's what they want. Like they want that. So yeah, the hook is very, very important. And again, I got a whole bunch of hooks back there in the content vault. But again, you can go to, like say, ChatGPT. Hey, create me 3 viral stop the scroll titles and hooks. Now, when you say that, guys, you just want to make sure that you let ChatGPT Chat GPT know whatever you want to do. What type of video you trying to get them to create? Let them know, right? Like, hey, create me 3 viral, stop the scroll titles and hooks. Letting my audience know, that, for 22 years, I was a landscaper, struggling, working long hours, borrowing from Peter to pay Paul, just stressed out, behind on all my bills. And it wasn't until I found this program back in June that has allowed me now to build an online business using social media to attract customers, that has given me now true time, location, and financial freedom. And I learned how to do all this with no tech skills, no experience, and no following. Focus on the pain points of working a dead-end job, struggling, still barely not able to, make ends meet. Just guys, like, it can be 30 seconds, it can be 1 minute. You just hit send, it's gonna give you, it'll say, hey, these are, and that's why I say, like, say focus on the pain points. And you can, once they print those, guys, they're gonna be better than you could even think. I have yet to say, create me 3 viral pieces of 3 viral stop scroll titles, hooks, and scripts. That wasn't out. They was way better than mine, right? Most of them anyway. And then I was like, I could see them, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna change this one around, because you can do whatever you want. Like, it's just all about triggering. You're trying to trigger something, right? It's an emotion, right? Because once you do that, when you pierce them, they're stuck. So the cover hook, the caption hook, see the caption at the top, it's going to keep them locked in too while you're talking. Because they're gonna once they read that, it's locked in their brain. It's like they're stuck, like they're in quicksand. So now they're just watching you. But if your caption hook is generic, they're gonna be like, because TikTok is a show. They just want answers. Like they come to TikTok for social media for 2 reasons: entertainment and education, right? And we can provide both, but we really provide education. It's just all about getting them to stop, and that's where the hook comes in. So,
Thank you so much. Thank you. That's helpful.
all right, Mukali.
You're getting there.
All right.
You're getting it. You're getting it. Thank you so much for your training. As always, learned a lot. So there's a video. Usually, I also do my cover page in yellow like you. I like it because it stands out. I tried white and black for like 2 months. That didn't work out for me. So I went back to yellow. So what I wanted to ask, or what I wanted to add on what you were saying, the last few weeks I've been going to ChatGPT to ask for, I tell them the video I'm doing and ask about cover page. And I've realized since I got the cover pages from ChatGPT, I've been getting more interactions. So more people and more views, because that has worked. That's been better than when I did it myself. I also asked them to give me the title. I call it title, you call it caption. I call it the title for my video. So they give me that very differently. So I've seen that work very well for me. But now what I wanted to ask, there's a video I copied from you I posted it on the 26th of March. So it started going viral since Monday.
Wow.
Right now it's at 22. Yeah, right now it's at 22,000. So the cover page was, you're already doing digital marketing. Now get paid for it. That was what it is. It has been taken to 17 countries. It has been pushed to 17 countries. That has never happened for me. I've had a video that has gone 100. I've gotten 100 viral. I didn't get anyone from another country. This has moved to other countries. But now what I want, the people I'm attracting seem to be the younger people. That is not my client. Those are not my clients. Those are not the people, my audience. How would I change that? Because I'm getting a lot of new people, but a lot of interactions.
Okay, so when
just before, the same thing happened to me on Facebook. I started posting the same videos on Facebook. Facebook have been getting it's been posted a lot to Europe. But unfortunately, the people I'm getting are men who just want to become my boyfriend, who are looking for a girlfriend. I'm not interested in that. So how do I change that?
Unfortunately, Okay, so first of all, I want to ask you this. When you say you're getting a lot of younger people, what do you mean by that? Are like you talking about like underage or what? Because young people will buy too. You know, as long as they're 18 or 21, whatever it is, they'll buy. But you can always set your settings to where your people only people can comment for information are 18 and older, right? You can set that. As far as like guys, I think that's just something that happens for women. Like it's just some weirdos out here. You just got to block them. You can't get rid of them. You can always change your location. You know, that can help you a little bit as well. Like I'll just go in like if you don't like I did a video I had to delete it had like 300,000 views, but everybody was from like Ghana, like and like I don't have though. Now I know this is a global business, but that's not my perfect customer if that makes any sense. So I don't have what's the word I'm looking for? I don't have the payment processor on mine to help them, right? Like last month, I had like I can't make this up, guys. I probably had 30 people try to join the 900 from like Ghana and New Zealand, not New Zealand, but like some of these countries I've never even heard of. And I wish they could. I wish there was a way that we could just, you know, I mean, because Lord forbid, it just lets you know that there are a demographic of people who are really struggling, and they would do anything to try to learn this skill and get this business, right? But it's just not my audience. So, but what you can do, you can go up to the location and then you can just click on like Canada or USA or whatever, and you start getting more of the predominantly American country, the U.S., but also you'll probably get countries as long as they speak English, you'll be getting some of those. But the predominant ones will be the ones that's U.S. based, which that's what you want anyway, because there are more Americans doing this than any other country. But again, other countries have different payment processors that we do offer, like PayPal and some other stuff, Wise, and I don't have any of those, but a lot of people do, and you can get access to those. So, but as far as like the guys, you just gotta have to block them because you know, I mean, that's just. It happens to the guys sometimes too. I had a girl tell me she wanted to have my baby right on my live. I was like, Lord Jesus, right? So, I mean, and you got to understand that you're in business and you just got to I mean, sometimes they could be trolling, they could be serious. You just never know. Like, so I just try to like ignore it. And if it gets too bad, just you can always click on their page or whatever that their name and just block them.
Mm. Okay. The young people are above 18, but unfortunately, most of them are still very strong. They're struggling. So somebody will tell you that's very expensive. Even the $100 program is expensive. And most of the African countries, this is still very new. So that you find that. So how do I change my location?
Oh, it's right on your phone, like after you done your video and you done edited and you done wrote your description. It's right up under the ad description. You'll see where it says location. You can click on that and you can click on US. You can click on wherever you want to. You can click on a certain city. Like just you can do whatever you want. Wherever I just put the US. Like, and I haven't changed it in a while because again, there was a time where I had a video that had like 300 and some thousand views, but I bet I got over 5,000 people in my video in my emails they can't even buy the program, right? So I was like, okay, I gotta delete this video because I was getting like 1,000 leads per day, and I was like, but they weren't for me. They wasn't my audience. So I was like, okay, I had to literally delete the whole video and go back in and try to make and because you want your specific audience. That's the beauty of this. It reminds me of this girl named Erin. I just saw the other day. I think I said this I shared this in my founding members community Saturday. I never even heard of her, right? And but I know I stumbled across her, and she's been doing digital marketing about the same time as for 15 months, like me. Guys, that's why it doesn't matter what you look like, where you're from, where you live at. It don't mean nothing. In 27 days last month, she made $185,000, guys. In 27 days. And she's made as of uh March the 31st, she had made $738,000 as of March. She's been doing it for 15 months. I've been doing it for 15 and a half months, and I've made up a little bit over 370,000. So again, like I watched her. I even opted into her automated system. Guys, I'm always learning, right? And I've been getting some of her emails, but again, it's just typical emails, right? I can tell she does her own emails. These are not the emails that Michelle has, or that, so which is smart. She basically just probably done went in and read, and of course she probably done went in and did her own, which is great if she's really good at that, right? So really short, really to the point. They're not long, like boom, right? And but her videos, like just she's locked in on her audience, right? So again, like it's all about the audience. The audience, once you find that one demographic, there's so much money that you can make in this industry, because you got to understand, like you're talking to millions of people. You got people that need to see your videos. You haven't even reached yet. They're looking, and it's just that you haven't reached them yet, right? And so that's the beauty of just having viral content, because when you go viral, one viral video can, man, like you can make a lot of money off one viral video. 20,000,
I'm
30,000,
waiting.
50,000. Like I'm talking about
Crossing my
like
fingers.
crazy, right? So I know Victoria, it's funny, man. Victoria, I don't know if y'all seen this in her community, but she was talking about how, like, she said, I didn't even do anything yesterday. And she said she was just driving back from somewhere. And she was like, it's like the Lord had told her to pull over and just talk about the Lord on her live. And she was like, she's like, I hadn't made no money today. And I was like, I hadn't even worked today. So she pulled over and did the video. And she made almost $12,000, guys, yesterday. Just yesterday alone. And she got all the screenshots. Like she had them posted on her Facebook page. I mean, they were coming in like, I said, look at God. Like I'm talking about, it's just crazy though, but I don't know if that's but again, like sometimes that's the beauty of just going live when you don't feel like it. There's been times where like I didn't feel like going live. I'm like, man, it's late. It's like 6 o'clock. I typically do lives at 11. I'm just gonna go live. Boom, $1,200, 1,800. Like you just never know. You just never know when you may catch somebody. That's why consistency is so important, right? So but yeah, that's the only good information you can change the location and give that a try.
I will.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, Lauren. I think this Lauren.
Okay. Yeah, my lives are like, whoo, I don't even know, some creeps, and then like I'll have like 20 people, and so I'm trying to be consistent at a different time every day to see what works. But what do you put on your description, like at the bottom each time? Because sometimes I'm not sure what to put in there. Does it need to be like a work from home? I know they say like with the SEOs, like say them in your video, put it in your description. I don't know what to put each time. Do you have suggestions?
Well, for mine, it just really depends. Like a lot of times what I'll do, let me pull mine up. I'm gonna show y'all something. So this video right here, I just put matter of fact, this video is the same thing as my caption.
Okay.
I said I used to work months for this. Now it takes days. Right?
Okay.
This one right here, same thing as my caption. Aren't you tired of this?
Okay.
Right? Now this one, they fired me, so I did this. Like sometimes I'll just whatever I put my caption, because when they watch the video, they're gonna be able to see it right there on their phone on the bottom. I don't want it to be too long, but there's been times where I've done some, and I
So if you're 9 to 5, keep it.
this one says, I was working long hours at a 9 to 5 with no family time whatsoever until I found this. Right? It really just depends.
Imagine getting
This one right here, I was out at a waterfall, and I put I went from welding 12 hours a day in a hot factory to spending my days enjoying waterfalls with unlimited freedom, right? So
Okay.
you can put anything, like you just want to make sure that I'm gonna tell you, the goal is to try to put something that's gonna make them like, I want to check this out. So again, just something that you think, okay, I wonder what they make. Like I wouldn't put nothing that says I make money online.
Right.
Like that, there's no catch to that. You want to always be wanting to write something that has a catch to it that's going to make pique interest, that's make them want to watch the video. You want to use all your advantages of when it comes to what I like to call posting curiosity content.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right, cool. Thank you.
Alrighty. Okay, let me see where we at. Oh, I'm trying to see if there's anybody else. Okay. All right. I'm gonna look in the comments because I thought I seen some. Oh, okay, hold up. I see somebody.
Right. Okay.
Okay, Breezy. I get what.
Well, if you want to do the ladies first, okay, but
But
okay. Um, um, as far as doing a live, okay, what do you have at the bottom of the screen, or what should a person put at the bottom of the screen as a descriptor? So when the live first comes on, there's some writing down there
yep.
at the bottom.
Yeah, that can be. Well, that has a lot to do with what you want to talk about.
Okay.
So, guys, what you want to do is when you go live, you want to know what you want to. You want to have like a base of what you want to, of what your topic is. You never want to just be like, okay, it's live time. Just hit the button and you're just winging it. You don't sound like you got it together. You want to make sure that you already know what you want to talk about. You want to make sure that also, I think I did a training on this.
Yeah.
You want to have the community pulled up. You want to have the website pulled up because you want to always be showing the testimonials. Because what you're doing, you're letting people know, hey, so you see all these people, there's 51,000, and you're just going through, you're talking, right? I take them on the website. I show them everything. Like sometimes I'll spend an hour and a half, like I'm breaking down I'm reading word for word. I'm breaking down the bonuses, like you're painting a picture. You want them so captured, right? That they'll start joining or opting in while they're on the live. Hey, where can I get the info at? How do I start? Whatever, right? Because you done captivated them, right? So you want to make sure that you have that you're and when you're prepped, you already know what you want to talk about. You have an idea. You sound knowledgeable. That comes product knowledge. You want that's important because people want to join someone that they know that they feel like, okay, this person knows what they're talking about. And if you're getting on there, you're like, and so and like they're gonna drop off because you don't sound like you don't sound confident. And if you don't sound confident, they ain't gonna sound confident pulling out their credit card or debit card and paying for the program, even if it's $100, right? So that's why when I go live, I already know what I'm gonna talk about. So let's say I use a little board, right? Um, I think the one I had the other day, I said something like 6 steps to daily pay, right? Or I said something like, it just really depends. 5 ways to earn an income online. 5 steps to having an automated business, right? Or it could be anything, but I already know what I'm gonna be talking about. I already know what the subjects I'm gonna talk about. I know I'm gonna show the website. Like I already know what I'm gonna talk about. And so once I start my live, hey guys, come on in. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. I'm just gonna send out some friend requests. I did a training in the community as far as like how to format your TikTok live. So as far as like what to say and stuff once you come in, so you can just start getting people asking for information, etc. or whatever. But yeah, you got to know what you want, and then once you know what you want to talk about, you put that on the screen. So when they come in, they know they can see that. Oh, okay, I'm gonna see what this is, right? So
Gotcha.
you always want to have a description. So it's all based on what you want to talk about.
I saw that training one time, and then when I went back, I've searched 2 or 3 other times for it, and I just can't locate where that
Really,
was.
I'm gonna have to find it, man. I'm gonna check. I'll double check and see if it's in there. If it ain't, it's in my iCloud, but it should be in there. But I'll check for you.
Okay, thanks.
All right, Mukali. Mukali.
Mikali.
Mukali.
Mwikali.
Mukali.
Yes.
I'm getting
So
better.
I'm trying to look for where to change location. Is it possible for you to show me from your phone? Is it possible to show us how to change location?
Okay, so let's say let's say you've already created your video. So you're going to click on TikTok.
Mhm.
You're going to click on the plus button, right? You're going to select your video. You're going to hit next. Then you're going to hit, after you done fixed everything, you hit next again. Once you hit next, your picture goes up into that corner. Well, if you just look basically right up under where it says add description, you'll see like a little, you'll see the word location, right? It's like a little black, there's a little black dot with a little circle around it on mine anyway. But you see the word
Yeah,
location,
I
and
see
then you
that one
just,
is written,
yeah, so you just click on that word location,
the
and
one
then,
that is round,
huh?
the round one. What the one that is round?
Yeah, the one that is
The
round,
round,
yes.
yeah, but that doesn't show me location.
What kind
Shows
of phone
me
do you have?
privacy setting, Android. And I'm
See,
not
I
an
don't know what
iPhone
it is
person.
on. I would figure it would be the same thing on the because you're on the last page. You don't see the location anywhere on that page on that screen.
No.
I mean, you may have to YouTube it. Like you can
Yeah,
YouTube,
I
hey,
will. I will. I will.
how to change the location on an Android, and
Yeah.
you can find anything on YouTube. But yeah, I have an iPhone, so I don't know how to do it on that one.
Hey, Daryl, not to interrupt. It's on the Android. It's right below your picture. When you do your video, it's right below the video, right to your left. On the left-hand side, it's location, right below the description.
Do you,
It's
Maybe they
right below.
don't do that for us.
she said
Maybe
she don't see
they
that.
don't have that for us.
Yeah, just
I don't see
you
that.
may just have to YouTube it, and
Yeah,
they'll
I
find it.
will.
All
Thank
right,
you.
guys. Trying to see if there's any. I think that's Lauren. I don't know if her hand is up or I think she's done already. Okay, it's down. So again, guys, the Chat GPT. Again, if this is how you want to get your cover hooks, you want to have a cover hook, and you want to make sure that you have a caption hook, right? Your caption hook, you want it to be something that people are gonna be like, okay, I need to watch this. What is this? You just don't want to be saying, hey, make money online. Or if you do, say make money online doing this, right?
Hey, Daryl.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm sorry. This is Don.
What's up, brother?
I'm on my phone, so I couldn't find the hand jigger. I'm
Okay.
in the middle of doing some painting. Um, I had a question. I don't know if you saw it or not. I got knocked off my live twice last week. One time was for 12 hours. The second time was for 3 days. So I did some reading, and it said that the third strike could be permanent. So I'll be honest. I was going to get online, do a live the other night, and I was scared to lose it. But I'm doing my post. I'm actually doing what you said to do because I'm basically redoing a rental, trying to sell it. So I don't have any time at night. So on my lunch break, I'm actually doing them ahead. I have 8 or 10 of them ahead saved that I keep doing every day. But my question is, should I take the chance and try to go live? Because honestly, it didn't say anything. All it said was possible scam or fraud. And honestly, I've been doing what you and Tim do with the whiteboards, the whole nine. So where they're getting that, I have no clue.
Oh, okay. So do you have a business account or a personal account? I'm just curious.
I just went to a business account. Honestly,
Okay.
it's funny because during the time that I was shut down, they okayed the business account, but I was still banned until like the next day.
Okay. So do you have an iPhone or an Android?
iPhone.
Okay. Now, on your iPhone, when you go live, do you like turn your video, do you turn your mirror off and do all that? You know, I did.
Yes, I do what you told, and I go down and I put on there all the way down at the bottom. Well, I put on there that I'm going to the brand or whatever.
Okay,
right?
cool. Okay, awesome.
Yep.
Okay, so now it's all about like what are you putting in your description? Are you putting like
I don't think I was putting, and that's the one thing I heard somebody say, and I've seen it on yours too. Welcome, what you're going to talk about. and I didn't see where that was that I could put that in, and I haven't done that.
Now I'm talking about like on the description, it's like when you go live, that's what they're gonna see when that's the topic that you're gonna talk about. You just want to make sure you're not putting something that says make 900 with the dollar sign. You don't want to have no dollar signs. The dollar
See, I
sign.
don't think I was using a description, to be honest. I don't think I put anything on there.
Okay. Man, it just really depends. It's got to be something that you're actually saying. You're saying some type of the way that the algorithm is picking up on maybe like a words, maybe some type of verbiage you're using that's announcing fraud, that's coming off as fraud like verbiage. Or also it could be in your somebody could be commenting, and which how I got mine set up is where like if anybody used the word scam or any of that stuff, it shows up in like it's invisible, but you can still see it. I just kind of like you can set that up in your settings and stuff, but
I'll look for that.
a lot of time if people are thinking maybe it's a scam or a Ponzi scheme, it'll trigger the algorithm into thinking that that's what you're trying to sell somebody something that's fraud or whatever. And so they'll do it because I've had that happen to me. I done had them come in on my live, gave me 2 or 3 restrictions. One time I was like, bro, I think I had like 85,000 followers. I'm like, I'm not going to lose this account off of whatever. So I started just like putting crazy stuff like, hey, welcome aboard.
Well, I do remember that both times somebody had come in and said something about a scam or scheme or whatever, and I tried to block them as soon as possible.
Yeah, that's good.
But I never checked in the settings to see that they were invisible or whatever.
Well, you'll be able to. Well, if you can see it very clearly, like you would see if anybody else was asking for information, you haven't adjusted it, because when you done made those adjustments, like you can go in and click on like certain keywords, like if somebody says the word scam or Ponzi scheme or the F word or whatever, it'll all go up like in halfway invisible, and then you can just go in and block them people, right? Because they don't know that you can see it. I just act like I don't see it. Then I just go over and block them. I'm like, nope, not today. We're not entertaining foolishness today.
Yeah, I've heard you say that several occasions.
Yeah, we're not
today.
today.
Don't have time for that today.
Not today. But that's what you do. So it just has a lot to do with, man, what you're saying. Or it could be anything, bro. The algorithm is sensitive.
And see, that's what I'm trying to rack my brain to try to figure, okay, what did I say that triggered it? Because I'm trying to go almost word for word and, use the white whiteboard, everything. And I don't understand what.
I'm going to tell you something. Maybe you're saying when you're talking about the program, maybe you're using the whole verbiage like, 900 a day, 600 a day. Well, you may try saying like, 900, try saying, maybe you're using the word like $600 a day or $900 a day. Try using the word like you can make 100, 300, 600, and 900 a day, right? Because you're not putting that dollar sign, that dollar word behind it. Because to the algorithm, when you get to you can earn 1% profit making $900 like that in their mind, they think that's a fraud. And I don't know why it's like that, but that's how it is. So you can be like, hey, guys, I promote 4 programs where you can make 100, 300, 600, and 900 a day. So I'm not putting hey, you can make $100, $200, $300, $600, $900. Putting that extra word. So it could be that as well. So it's just all stuff I've all had to learn.
And I'm sure I did use the dollars.
Yeah. So just cut out the dollars, and that you got to get comfortable saying it, because I've realized being banned, well, not banned, but being was suspended like you are about 4 or 5 times. Yeah, you start figuring it out real quick.
Right.
They don't
I did
that.
notice too that my views went way down after that.
Yeah, because what they do, they restrict your viewers. Yeah, they restrict you. They're restricting
your
audience.
I did read that'll be like for 5 to 7 days, and then they'll release it. So I'm waiting to see if that in fact is the truth.
Yeah,
because I'm still only getting like a little over 100, maybe 200 views, and that's it.
Yeah, when however long they got you restricted, when that time's up, you'll be able to go live.
Well, I was able to go live Saturday. That the restriction ended, but I just didn't. And I think I even asked Veronica too, and Veronica said, "Dude, just do it." Okay, I'm not making 500K. I'm trying to make my first sale. I don't want to get banned right away, Yeah,
you just make sure that you're not saying the whole dollar amount. Like just say 900. 600, 300 a day. Don't say the whole like $900,
Okay.
because it's picking up that verbiage, I think, brother.
Okay. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Christina?
Okay, sorry, I'll be quick. I know this is not about live today, but Donald actually messaged me in the community, and I totally just remembered that he messaged me to get back to him. But I was also going to mention, one time I asked you if you block people, followers that follow you on your live, you stop blocking people that are not your customer, because I know I've told you before that I would get like 15, 16,000 views on my lives. And now like this last week, it's been like maybe 500. It is
Oh, so do not block people.
opposite.
Are you saying do not block people?
I'm asking because I thought Daryl had
I
said
have,
he
yes,
doesn't.
I have.
I started doing it now, but I'm getting a lot of men that are from all over the place, like all these different countries, and it's just like my algorithms is just like.
So
Yeah.
are you saying that I should block or I should not?
I'm asking Daryl.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So she's saying
No, I'm
that
new here.
she's saying that okay, so she wasn't blocking anybody, and so she's getting like a lot of views. And so when she started blocking, now her views is going down. Well, I look at it like this, Christina, if you're blocking guys who are disrespectful, then you're not losing anything. I know it seemed like it because
No. I wasn't blocking people. I was just letting anybody follow me, but I used to. I mean, I've only been doing this for almost 6 months, but
Yeah.
my lives have been great for the last like 2 months where I would get thousands of viewers, but
Yeah.
I also felt like I would get between 20 to 40 leads for those 15,000. I'm like, it has to be like the numbers aren't adding up. It has to be a bunch of trash and fake accounts. So I went in and I started deleting people, a lot of fake Daryls, a lot of fake Jesses, and a lot of accounts that are not my perfect customer. So I'm trying to retrain my algorithm to get back to where it was. And I don't know if maybe it's because I said something or what, but the viewers have.
it could be anything. It could be anything. The algorithm now is just it ain't like it was back here last year. So it's like it's changing constantly. So you just kind of gotta I'm still up. If anybody gets on there and is disrespectful, ban them. I mean, block them. Like, it doesn't matter what the algorithm do because you don't need that on your page. And then just continue to do whatever you want and just see how it goes. Because again, if you don't want to have people on there disrespecting being disrespectful because you have a business. And so I don't think you blocking those type of people is messing up the algorithm unless you got a lot of fake.
I think that because I wasn't blocking them, it messed it up.
Oh, well, that could be.
Now I let everybody follow me. Anybody could follow me for like thousands. And then now I'm like deleting hundreds of people because it's so.
Well, I don't block anybody that follows me. Like that's fine. I just let them follow me but now if they come on my videos and they're getting disrespectful, I delete them or if they message me or whatever, I'll block them or whatever. But I probably got all 300 fake Daryls following me on my page. And, they pop up on my live. One of them last week messaged me personally, which was
Okay,
weird.
so you don't block anybody on your followers.
No, I don't block any of my followers.
That's what I was doing. And then I don't know if that's why my views have like.
Yeah, you don't want to block your followers. You don't want to block your followers. Just only block people who are being disrespectful or that you feel like are really scammers.
Okay.
So, and just see how that goes. But I wouldn't block anybody. You want to continue to build that following.
Okay.
Try that out. Let's see how it goes.
Thanks.
All right. Okay, Breezy.
Yes. See, I ran into that like 3 weeks ago where I was having a lot of women with bikinis just showing up out of nowhere, thin air, whatever. But see, when I started blocking them and deleting them, shoom, all the traffic I had, it vanished. Okay, so now I let them stay on. When they come on my page, I don't even touch them. Just let them come on my page.
I don't, in my opinion, when you blocking people like that, that's not your audience anyway. So it's just all about just trying to find your right audience, right? That's just my opinion, because when you're speaking to your own audience, you ain't gonna have to block people, right? But again, it's the algorithm, man. You just never know what's gonna happen. So it's like trial and error. You're just kind of like stuck as far as like, well, let me try this. I'm gonna test this out and see, and we just try to make some adjustments along the way or whatever. But if anybody's coming on your page being disrespectful, I'm 100% blocking them.
Okay, well, now they're not being disrespectful. They're just showing up by the truckloads. That's why I was blocking them. But I mean, deleting them, blocking them. But after all of that, and
Yeah, don't listen.
I did read that a lot of those were bots too. So, but after that, I just leave them.
Yeah, they could be. But don't listen, the goal is to get followers, right? So if you're getting followers, just just keep on getting them, guys. Like, unless they're disrespecting you, just let it pile up, because you're only going to attract the people who are looking or wanting to learn more. So, but as you get followers, that's just going to help you, whether they're fake or not. I mean, it just really depends, because at the end of the day, you're still only going to attract the people who are real, who are really looking. And as you continue to do the things you're doing, everything else will take care of itself, right? So I've never had to block or delete anybody. I've never had to block or delete any follower unless they were scamming, or unless they were saying what I was doing was a scam or something like that. So, but I would just try that out, bro.
Okay.
All right, guys. I was just trying to look inside the community.
I wanted to add something on what.
Did you say something?
Yes, I wanted to add on what Donald was asking about, getting the restrictions. Lately, I've also been getting restrictions for 3 days, sometimes 5 minutes. So I had 3 days last week. Today I went back on. Yesterday I got 2 minutes restriction. Today I got 5 minutes. But what I've realized is when I show the wins, anytime I'm showing the wins, that happens. I get a restriction, and then the dollar sign, that has been happening. So right now on my account, I have it. When I go to my profile, I have the warning sign that my account could get banned. So now I'm very wary of how I go live, because I'm almost getting to 10,000 views. So I don't followers. So I don't want to lose that account, because I had lost it before and I didn't have it for 3 months. So you have to be careful. It's just mainly the words, what you say, because I do what you guys do, the wins, but I don't know anytime I do wins, I get restricted for 3-4 days.
I do the wins on every last one of my lives, but most time I do mine at close to the end of my live, right? So I don't know, man. Like I said, the algorithm is just doing whatever it wants to do. You just got to be careful, guys, and just kind of want to be smart. You don't want to, if you don't want to lose your account, just try to be more cautious. Don't try to post something or say something just to get a point across. Like, you may just have to they'll have to figure it out. They'll put it together, right? So, but anyway, guys, let me go ahead and stop this right here.